mean, we can.
All right, I will.
Screw it.
Um, so YouTubers, I could go on and on about certain ones. Do I even need to say J Station's name to know that he's a douche tuber?
He is a douche
Um,
tuber.
well, I mean, he's in jail now, so he kind of got his comeuppance.
Yeah, finally.
Um, I mean, for not even for being a douche tuber, just because he's just a bad person. That's why he's in jail. Or I don't know if he's on parole now, or he's still currently in jail.
I think he's still
Um,
in jail. Like he's think he got like a year, I think, or 6 months or something
I
like
don't know.
that.
It was for abuse, for if I remember correctly, because of his girlfriend or something. But whatever the case may be, he was put in jail. If not, he's definitely in trouble and not posting, because I don't think he's posting anything for 3 or 4 months currently. Um,
Yeah,
and
it
now
doesn't say.
I'm not going to even go into all of them. I'm just going to stick with Jay for this specific time, because this man had essentially no regards for people's feelings. He wanted to make that quick buck when he can. And now I'm pretty sure he almost made an Etika video, a 3 a.m. Etika video, uh, the day after he had passed. He
Yeah,
either he tweeted about it or he was ready to have it uploaded, and I don't think he ended up posting it.
yeah,
Um,
because of his death, because he didn't post
yeah.
it, and then people would shit on everyone.
Oh yeah. People were ready to go at his ass,
Oh yeah.
but there was also another one called "Before They Were Famous,"
Oh yes, I saw that.
and now he's another fucking guy who has zero regards for human life. Um, who once somebody had passed it, like fucking clockwork, he'll come out with a video that within the next 24 hours.
Yeah,
He'll just grind out a video, pump out whatever he needs to say, have it edited and ready to go by the end of the 24 hours after the announced death. It's really
it's fu-
appalling to sometimes to see.
it's kind of fucked up. To be honest.
Uh, because not it's essentially like when people have documentaries about people. Let's just say somebody who doesn't even is even on the same scale. Let's just say Michael Jackson, right?
Okay.
I know it's a bad example, but let's just pick somebody famous who's passed. Or actually, you know what? Forget forget Michael Jackson. Let's go with Robin Williams.
Oh yeah. Better example.
Um, Robin Williams, amazing fucking person. Everyone tragic death as around the board, and it was honestly a shock to everyone.
Yeah.
Now, when somebody like that dies, obviously you're gonna have videos made about you. Oh man, he was such a good guy.
He was so
I was a
funny.
big fan. He was so funny. I was a big fan of all of his movies. I love everything he did.
Aladdin, by the way.
Aladdin, so you had people who could stand up stand up and say, hey, this person was at least a genuine human being. And but with before they were famous and after they're gone, I think it was the other after they're gone,
After
because
they're gone.
he did the same thing. um who they when they passed away, and then before they were famous, like I know he did Post Malone before they were famous, and then he had something
Uh,
else. He had another series called or before they died, something like that. It was the same person making the same kind of videos.
damn.
It's just this anything that you can wiki how, you could just wiki somebody's name and like, oh yes, before they did this, they shopped at Walmart for 375. It was like, what was the even point of even telling us that? We didn't need to know that. Yeah, he was a good person before he died. Okay, great.
Yeah. But you can say that with some people too, and then some people are just like, oh, they just had a douchey life, and
And then I believe he was the only one who actually made a Etika video aside from somebody made a Ouija video, a 3 a.m. Ouija board video.
About
I don't
Etika, I
remember if that
believe,
was
right?
Jay. Huh?
There was a Ouija board one that was about Etika. I do remember
Yeah,
that,
I don't
and that
remember if
pissed
that
me
was
off.
Jay or not. I don't remember if that was Jay Station or not.
I don't think that was J Station.
I don't remember who did that, but I know there was a 3 a.m. Etika, and boy howdy, that got fucking shitted on quick.
Yeah,
Uh,
that was
it was
that
it
pushed
was
me
a
off the
bad.
edge.
I mean, I don't. That video is gone off of YouTube now. I'm sure there's only re-uploads of it, but
Yeah,
it,
oh yeah, it's J Station.
was it Jay Station? Did he
This is
do a
I'm J
3 a.m.?
Station. Yeah.
Oh yeah, all right. So yeah, he did make a.
Ben, you cut out.
Oh, did I?
You cut out. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I know. I just wasn't sure if that was Jay Station or not. Okay. So yeah, he did make that video. And good. And I hope he did get shit for it. And I'm sure he did. Maybe that's Etika's revenge. I don't know.
Oh, that's what it says on YouTube. At least I just typed it in.
No, I mean
So
if it's on his official channel, then yeah.
that's yeah, that's a little.
Like why would you need it to do that? Clearly there was massive feelings going towards Etika. Why would you put your neck out like that to defend Etika for somebody who clearly had mental health issues, who was pretty much neglected by everyone who watched him, and when everything was finally noticed that he was having these issues and has now long passed, he makes a 3 a.m. Ouija board. Like, the balls on you to do that.
Yeah, I know the same things. Like there's a Phase member now, who like is going through the same things as Etika. That's what I've heard.
Oh,
I'm forgetting.
was it not Rug? Was it Rug?
I think it was Censor. Either Censor or Rug.
One of the two. Because I know they were going through some tough times over at Phase for a while. Because at least in their FPS department, they're all bickering and fighting for whatever reason.
Yeah, there's a lot of issues
Because Phase is essentially not a clan anymore.
Yeah, it was just like this there.
I mean, now it's a title of Phase, but anybody could have the title Phase in their name.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like they used to be Optic, now it's like Optic LA.
Yeah, now like there's sub branches of them. There's a new group that was up and rising, right?
100 Thieves.
100 Thieves, thank you.
They make really good content.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I haven't heard of them up until recently, and they've been doing a lot of good stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't watch a lot of competitive gameplay, but what I do watch, it's usually 100 Thieves.
100 Thieves are like, was it Nade Shot? You have Noah J456, which is like very recent, I guess, like 6 months.
Yeah, I think he was one of the more recent additions.
They added a girl. I'm forgetting.
Oh yeah, there was a whole debate about adding a girl to 100 Thieves.
Yeah, which
like who cares?
Honestly, it's a good move though.
It
shows diversity.
Hey, look, if they're good at video games, I don't care.
Yeah. Oh, they added Courage. Courage is really funny.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So
there's a few more.
Who knows? With 100 Thieves, I hope they would last longer than Phase. And I know recently, 100 Thieves just ended up getting they rented a house recently.
Yeah, that was a few months ago.
Yeah, fairly recently.
Yeah. And
if you hear fireworks, there's fireworks currently going off. So apologize for that.
Fireworks in August, by the way.
Fireworks at middle of August at past 10 o'clock at night. So
You want to know
Uh,
the reason for them? We don't know.
I got no fucking clue. It's literally the 8th of August, and I couldn't tell you why.
Like, unless you have, like, oh, I have these extra fireworks. I'm just gonna use them. Screw
From
it.
4th of July,
You never know.
like, because our area, we're not, New York does not allow fireworks.
No, they do not.
So eventually, who's ever
At
shooting
least
them
I.
off, better shoot them off quick.
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of them all now.
Yeah.
Unless they know
You
the
know what
cops are
really
coming in.
grinds my gears?
These fireworks.
Fucking fireworks for no reason.
Yeah, I still have a few going off by my house too.
We don't live too far away. We're probably hearing the same ones.
No, I'm actually hearing different ones. Like, no joke.
You know, it's coming from the direction of your house, funny enough.
Really?
From where I'm sitting.
Damn.
So, don't give me that. You could say it's you. It's okay.
It's not me, I swear to God.
How do I don't know that.
Yeah, it's somewhere in some place in a parallel dimension. I'm shooting off fireworks.
Yeah, that's very true. Same here. But yeah, you know what's funny? I actually have a funny story about fireworks. I'm at my park. It's actually funny. I think around the same time too. Maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. I'm by our work office, and where I'm just staring out to the parking lot, past our fields, and I'm not thinking anything of it. All I hear is a big firework. I just hear a boom. I see fireworks shoot off from the ground, and then I hear a motorcycle take off. So I go, oh, fucking great. So I go, I grab my golf cart. I go towards the back parking lot where I saw it. I go. By the time I get there, there's this couple there. I asked them, like, "Hey, look, did you just see a firework go off in the other parking lot?" They go, "Yeah, it was some guy on a motorcycle. He threw it towards a bunch of cars and drove off." I
What the?
go, "Why the hell did he do that?" They go, "I have no fucking clue, but the guy seemed like a lunatic." I go, "Oh, fucking great."
Is he drunk out of his mind? Maybe.
Not, I don't know if drunk, but just straight up, just lunatic, just crazy.
Yeah. As I say that, one of our friends in the group chat says I'm drunk. You know who it is.
Oh, yeah, probably. You know what's funny is I haven't activated that app in like weeks, so I haven't gotten any notifications for it.
Good. I think that's a good thing. I think you might want to stay away from that group chat for a little bit.
I don't care. But regardless, but that the guy on the guy just tosses a random banger firework in the middle of a parking lot for at 10 o'clock at night for no reason. Like, why? What was the need to do that? Like, what do you get out of throwing a firework towards cars and then just driving off somewhere?
Yeah, it's just pointless.
Like, even let's even assume you did. I don't even think a firework can actually do damage aside from maybe leave a burn. Hits it. If it hits it, which you would have to have some severe accuracy to shoot off a firework directly straight.
No, you just take a shotgun. You just put the fireworks right in the shotgun holes and just shoot.
You'd have better luck actually aiming that way. But even still, it just seems extremely unlikely to just because it looked like he threw it towards the ground
Damn.
and had an extremely short fuse time once it launched because it launched right from the ground and even exploded off. So I think he even knew he did something wrong because he drove off immediately. And I heard the motorcycle go off. I just couldn't see him.
Damn.
He had no lights on coming around. He stayed dark. So
He was like, "Oh no, what did I just do?"
you know what's
took
you
off.
know what would have been a better idea? I would have loved to have cut him off because we only have one exit. And even if I were to, I could bet you he just would have went around me. And honestly, at that point, I couldn't care less. But the fact that I could have at least seen him maybe tripped up his bike a little bit. Maybe he'll do a few somersaults. But it
Yeah.
just like what? Why would you need to do that? To even if you hated the like a firework, that's the best thing you could come up with.
No, next time it's a bomb.
And no, it's not. No,
Just blow up
you
all the
want to
car.
know how to really ruin somebody's car. It's the simplest thing in the world.
Bumper to bumper.
No. You can buy it at a supermarket. Do you know what it is?
No, I actually don't.
Bologna.
Baloney. What does
Yeah.
that do?
The acids on bologna will actually ruin a paint job, and it'll really do some shit to it. Leave it on there long
Really?
enough. If you actually let it bake onto the car, it'll actually ruin the paint.
I thought that was prosciutto.
No, I'm
Unless they have like the
almost.
same acid.
No, they probably have the same acid. But I know bologna. If you leave bologna on there long enough on like a hot summer day, you can actually really fuck up somebody's paint.
Damn, it's like they have like all painted up, and then you just see that one little bald
It's not
spot.
physically hurting the metal for the car.
It
It
just
just
ruined the
ruins the
paint.
paint, which
Damn.
in some ways is worse, but not physical damage.
Yeah.
The car will still run regardless of the paint. It's just you would now have to pay for paint.
Yeah, you're just making them waste money that they really don't have.
But not even don't have, they just don't need to spend it on.
Now then just have a little bald spot on the side.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you just slap it on the hood or the roof, and it's a nice little circle.
Just imagine you just put a whole car just baloney, and you just have a baloney
Yeah,
mobile.
I've seen clips of it done, where the paint's just chipped off.
No, 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 not even that. Like they keep the baloney on the car, and they drive with the baloney on the car.
I mean that at that point is their own will do that.
That'd be really funny.
I mean, behold,
The
behold the
baloney
ultimate
mobile,
pizza car.
the pizza car. Yeah,
Truly,
I know. What is it? Rhett and Link made a video about that. They literally made like a whole pizza from a car.
that's
It was funny.
concerning.
But it's not concerning.
But no, it just yeah, that leads actually into a bigger issue with kids and cars,
Oh,
specifically
kids.
kids who just got their license at 17 issue. Um, I'm pretty sure you and I both got our license at 18.
Yeah, I got mine at 18.
You're right, and with the whole recent stuff of COVID, I'm not sure if they were able to take their courses online, but they haven't been practicing physically driving. And now, what I've been seeing a lot of is kids who just get their license without having to actually know what to do in a car. And now I've seen this firsthand at the park where they take a car and then they just start straight racing.
Why?
And I have no fucking clue. And then I literally asked one of the kids because it was starting to rain, and he didn't have his lights on, and he didn't have his
Uh,
wiper blades going. And
and
I go, hey guy, if you're getting out of here, you might want to, turn on your headlights. He starts futzing around in the car, and he got his wiper blades on, and now he's looking to turn on his headlights. He's looking around. He's looking around. He's looking around. He doesn't know what the headlights are. He's
how do
got
you
no
not?
clue.
How the hell do you not know where your lights are? Like, it's the simplest part of driving. Like, you have to know where they are.
I later found out that by the passengers that it wasn't his car. It was his dad's car that he just kind of took.
Oh shit, he's in trouble.
So he's going, and now it's like a sports car too. so this shit does not do well in the rain. So he's trying to figure it out. This was, I want to say 10:30 at night, so I'm just getting ready to leave. And I get out of the park. I'm on Merrick Road, and maybe going past the high school, I see the same car get pulled over because he didn't have his headlights on.
Okay.
He had no headlights on, and even when the cop pulled him over, he had no headlights on. And then he's just like, "I fucking told you." These kids just don't know how to do anything, but they think they're hot shit because their dad owns a sports car, so they'll race them, and then they won't know how to do anything else with them.
That's kind of sad though. I don't know. Maybe because he's like, oh, was it Gen Z? They call him.
I
Right?
don't know what they're fucking called now.
They're called idiots. We'll call them idiots.
Yeah,
for now.
let's just call them Jake Paulers.
All right, so Jake Paulers. So them Jake Paulers literally don't know how to goddamn drive.
More or less, especially with this new iteration of kids learning how to drive, or because you can't get your license, through the driver's ed course like how you and I did it because school's closed. So they're probably taking an online variant. I actually haven't looked on how they physically do it, and maybe they take a simulated driving test.
I mean,
that's how I would assume. I don't know about a physical driving test. Because like I said, with all the COVID stuff that had just recently passed, I doubt they've been able to actually get appointments for physical driver's ed courses.
yeah,
So,
they actually started to reopen them
just recently.
just recently.
But all these people who had their license, pretty much be held back because of COVID. Taking an online course is way easier than, actually sitting in a car. I don't know if they require X amount of hours of driving, but I know it. I know.
Does not say.
I remember we had to have. I think we had to have 50 hours of driving.
Was it?
And signed off.
I took a driver's ed course during the summer.
Oh, see, I went during school, so maybe it's different.
It might be different.
So, but I know I needed X amount of hours of driving.
Yeah.
Which you should have. You should have driving experience. You should know how it feels to drive a car.
Yeah, that goes with any car really. I would say if you're doing manual too, you have to know how to drive a manual.
I mean, I've never physically driven a manual. I can't. I just don't see myself in the situation of driving a manual car. Manuals at this point is pretty much a thing of the past, unless you're into vintage cars.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know any modern cars that are into manual.
Yeah.
I said, unless it's vintage.
All right, so I think I found it.
Mm.
So it says safety requirement for road tests. This is what you have to do when you're driving with someone, I guess.
Okay.
So they have to be screened for symptoms of COVID-19 before and afterwards.
All right.
So you have to be tested. I
like how it's afterwards.
Yeah, before and after.
After just seems funny. It's just like, well, thank you for spending an hour and a half with me. Let's see if you have COVID now.
Yeah, so it's so weird. So this is you must always wear a face covering and maintain 6 feet from others at the road test site whenever possible.
Oh, it's a test site. Okay.
Yeah, so at the test site itself. It doesn't say but in the car though.
No, yeah, I was gonna say it's probably just you and the instructor.
Yeah,
because there's no way you can keep 6 feet in a car.
Do not appear for your road test if you, 1, have been directed to quarantine, isolate, or self-monitor at home by any doctor or hospital or health agency. Or two,
Okay.
if have flu-like symptoms or symptoms of the COVID.
Right.
And
Shortness of
three,
breath, dying. Yeah.
three have been diagnosed with or have had close contact with anyone diagnosed with it.
So if I had COVID-19 and I got better of it, I can't go for my driving course.
Correct.
So how the fuck would I get my license?
I guess you would have to wait until you get like actual like results, like you're cleared.
So I would have to be 100% cleared from COVID-19.
Yes, that's what according to the actual DMV website.
So I would probably need to bring in a doctor's note or something.
Yeah, saying like, "Oh, I don't have it. Let's drive."